Have you ever believed that after 65, once leg muscles weaken, they can never be restored again? If so, you are not alone. Most people think that weak legs are an inevitable part of aging, unavoidable and irreversible. But the truth doctors are trying to tell us is just the opposite. You can still rebuild strength in your legs, and what's even more incredible, you can do it right at home with some wonderfully simple exercises. What startled me was a statistic published by the American Geriatric Society. Most seniors lose the ability to move independently, not from illness, but because they let their muscles weaken for too long. And you know, your legs don't weaken just from age. They weaken because they are no longer used properly. Once those key muscle groups, like your thighs, glutes, and calves, are not maintained, a simple slip in the bathroom could take away the autonomy you have cherished your entire life. I know that's not easy to hear, but if you've ever found it harder to stand up, more tiring to climb stairs, or needed to brace yourself when sitting, then it's time to face the truth. Your leg muscles are sending out a cry for help. The good news is muscles can still recover, even after 65. Your body has never lost its ability to adapt, as long as you give it a reason to do so. And you do not need a gym, expensive machines, or a trainer. You just need to set aside a few minutes each day, repeating some gentle yet proper movements. In today's video, I will share with you 4 incredibly simple exercises recommended by American rehabilitation specialists to help you regain strength in your legs, improve your balance, and most importantly, help you walk more steadily through the years to come. Stay with me until the end, because the 4th exercise, while it might sound strange, is the secret weapon for reactivating a muscle group that most seniors have forgotten. And if you are watching this video, I believe you don't want to keep losing your mobility little by little. Now let's begin with our very first exercise. Exercise 1, seated leg extensions, holding each for 5 seconds. You might think, what good can a simple movement like extending your leg while sitting do? But it is from the simplest things that the biggest changes begin. Our first exercise, sitting on a chair, straightening each leg and holding for 5 seconds, is a subtle but powerful first step to reawaken the thigh muscles that have been dormant for too long. As you age, the connection between your brain and muscles weakens if not exercised. The fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that help you stand firm, climb stairs, or react quickly when you lose balance, are the first to decline after 60. But here is the wonderful news. Your body still has the ability to recover if you consistently send it the right signals every day. Richard, a 72-year-old from Oregon, had to use a shopping cart for support because his legs felt weak and shaky whenever he stood for long. His physical therapist did not prescribe medicine or machines, just gave him a paper with one single exercise. Every morning, sit on a chair, straighten one leg, and hold for 5 seconds. Switch legs. Repeat 10 times per side. He thought it was ridiculous. But after just 3 weeks, Richard began to feel a difference. He could stand longer and climb 2 steps without holding the rail. The numb, tingling feeling down his calves also noticeably diminished. The magic is not in the difficulty of the exercise, but in its consistency. When you extend your leg and hold it for a few seconds, you are forcing the quadriceps, your front thigh muscles, to contract, hold steady, and send a signal to the brain. I'm still working. This helps improve blood circulation, enhances neuromuscular connection, and is especially beneficial for anyone who struggles with standing up or walking for extended periods. You can try this right after watching this video. Just find a sturdy chair, sit up straight, place your hands on your thighs, and slowly extend your right leg, holding for 5 seconds. Breathe steadily, then lower it gently. Repeat with the left side. At first, you might feel a slight shake or mild muscle tension. That is a good sign. It shows that your muscles are beginning to wake up. And you know what the best part is? This is an exercise you can do even while watching TV, waiting for water to boil, or simply during a midday break. No large space needed, no change of clothes required. You just need to choose to start. And with every leg extension, you are not just exercising a muscle. You are telling your body, I have not given up. Now let's move on to the next exercise. where your legs will begin to relearn how to support your entire body. Exercise 2, standing calf raises with chair support, lowering down slowly. If the first exercise gently reawakened your thigh muscles, then the second exercise is the next step in building true stability in your legs, standing with chair support, raising your heels, and then lowering them very slowly. It may sound simple, but do not let its appearance deceive you. This is the secret movement physical therapists use to restore balance and stability in people over 65. At this age, one of the most neglected muscle groups is the calves. But did you know that these small muscles in your lower legs are the very foundation that helps you maintain balance, walk with ease, and prevent unexpected stumbles and falls? I want to tell you the story of Elaine, a 76-year-old living in Wisconsin. She was once very active, but after slipping in her kitchen, she became hesitant and fearful whenever she had to stand for long or go outside. Her doctor suggested a very simple exercise. Every day, stand behind a chair, hold on lightly, then slowly raise her heels as high as possible, hold for a beat, and lower down very slowly. Repeat 10 to 15 times twice a day. She started doing it, and after nearly a month, Elaine could walk through the supermarket without needing a cart. Her confidence returned with every heel raise and balanced hold. You can picture this exercise as if you are reteaching your feet how to stand firm. When you raise your heels, your entire body weight shifts onto the balls of your feet. This forces the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles in your calves to work their hardest. By lowering slowly, you are controlling the descent, which trains stability in both your ankle and knee joints. This exercise is also a fantastic way to improve blood circulation and prevent fluid retention in the legs, a common cause of swelling and fatigue in older adults. And because you are holding onto a chair, there's no need to worry about losing your balance. Every lift of your heels is a moment you are reclaiming trust in your own 2 feet. You can start right now. Find a chair and place it against a wall for stability. Stand tall with your feet parallel. Place your hands on the back of the chair for balance. Then slowly raise your heels high as you can. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds, breathing evenly, then lower down slowly. Do not rush. Let every heel raise be a reminder to your body, I am still in control. And remember, you are not exercising for show. You are exercising to walk more steadily, to climb stairs without fumbling for the handrail, to stand and cook a meal without needing to sit down and rest. Those small things are what make up freedom in our later years. Now we will move on to a more special exercise, a true test of strength and independence, the sit to stand without using your hands. Let's continue together. Exercise 3, the sit to stand from a chair without using hands. Now we arrive at our third exercise, the truest test of your legs' strength and independence, standing up and sitting down from a chair without using your hands. It sounds simple enough, but ask yourself, how long has it been since you truly stood up without bracing on the chair or your knees? If the answer is a long time, then this is the exercise you need to start today. Standing up and sitting down is an action you perform dozens of times a day. Getting out of bed, using the toilet, sitting for a meal, getting up to answer the door. But when your thighs weaken, your glutes lose power, and your knees feel loose, every time you stand becomes a struggle. The problem is no one warns you when this strength starts to fade. It happens slowly until you suddenly realize, why do I need my hands to get up today? The story of Leo, a 79-year-old from California, might resonate with you. He loved to garden, but recently he had to ask his son to pull him up whenever he sat by a planter. At a checkup, his doctor didn't prescribe pills or complex medical interventions. Just asked him to do one thing. Every morning, sit on a chair, cross his arms over his chest, and stand up without his hands. Repeat 5 times. He began, shakily at first, having to sit down very slowly. But after 2 weeks, he not only stood up more easily, but also walked faster, with less knee fatigue. Did you know this exercise activates nearly the entire muscular system from the waist down? Your large gluteal muscles, quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and even your core engages for stability. Every time you stand up without your hands, you force those muscle groups to coordinate, bear weight, maintain balance, and adjust your center of gravity. And repeating this is the fastest way to rebuild strength lost after 65. To begin, you just need a sturdy armless chair. Sit up straight, feet flat on the floor, and cross your arms over your chest or place them on your shoulders. Lean forward slightly, shifting your weight to your heels, then stand up slowly. Inhale as you prepare, exhale as you rise. Then sit back down slowly without letting yourself flop into the chair. Repeat 3 to 5 times and increase as you are able. Do not worry if you cannot do it right away, just a little bit each day. Muscles have memory, and if you are persistent, they will respond. And once you can stand up without assistance, you will see. You are not just stronger, but also more confident. To go out for a walk, to get in a car without hesitation, to no longer need a hand every time you stand up. Coming up, you will see an exercise very few people think of, but it is the golden key for those who want to reclaim their mobility and agility in every step. Walking backward. Let's step into the final section with me. If you are still watching and finding these tips helpful, drop a number 3 in the comments below to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that follow button and ring the bell so you don't miss new videos. Your support helps us continue creating more helpful and inspiring content. Exercise 4. Walk backward for 5-10 minutes daily to activate thighs and glutes. If the first 3 exercises focused on awakening and strengthening individual muscle groups, then our 4th exercise is where all those movements connect into one complete system. Walking backward for 5 to 10 minutes each day. It might sound odd because who walks backward when everyone else is moving forward? But you would be surprised to learn that walking backward is one of today's most effective methods for rehabilitating leg muscles, improving balance, and reducing the risk of falls, especially for people over 65. The reason is that walking backward is not just about moving in the opposite direction, but about reversing your habits. It forces muscle groups that have become lazy over the years to work again, especially the quadriceps, glutes, and the small stabilizing muscles around your knees and ankles. When you walk backward, each step demands greater control because you cannot see your next footfall. This powerfully activates the brain's balance system, involving your eyes and inner ear. That is why walking backward is also an excellent exercise for training your reflexes and postural control, 2 vital factors for preventing stumbles in daily life. Miguel, a 75-year-old from Arizona, had fallen twice in just 1 month while walking in his backyard. After the second fall, his rehabilitation specialist advised him to start walking backward every morning, just 5 minutes, along a hallway or in the yard, as long as there was a wall or railing nearby. At first, Miguel felt very awkward and self-conscious. But after a few days, he began to feel a difference. His legs were less shaky, his steps felt lighter, and what surprised him most, his back was less stooped because he had to stand taller while walking backward. Biologically, when you walk backward, you reduce the pressure on your knee joints while activating your hip and thigh muscles in a way that forward walking does not. For this very reason, many rehabilitation centers in the United States have integrated backward walking into programs for older adults. No speed or long distances required, just daily consistency. So how can you start safely? For your first time, you can walk backward along a hallway, where there are walls on both sides to steady yourself if needed. Take small, slow steps, landing on your heel first, then the rest of your foot. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead. No need to turn your head, as the goal is not to go far, but to walk steadily. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. Or if you get tired, you can split it into 2 sessions of a few minutes each. This is not just an exercise, it is a mental discipline. When you walk backward, you are telling your body, I am willing to do something unfamiliar to get a different result. And you will be surprised to find that walking backward a little each day will help you move much further forward in life. We have just walked through 4 simple exercises that hold the power to change an entire journey. From seated leg extensions to standing calf raises to rising without hands, and even those seemingly strange backward steps. Each movement is a reminder that your legs still have a chance to recover. still have the potential to grow strong again, whether you are 65, 75, or even older. You see, weakening legs are not a sentence of aging. They are a consequence of us stopping to care, stopping to move and gradually assuming, I can't do that anymore. But today, through each exercise, I hope you have realized something important. As long as you are willing to start, your body is always ready to respond. And every time you repeat a small movement, you are not just training a muscle, you are rebuilding your confidence, your independence, and your dignity. I know you may have felt tired, disappointed when standing became more difficult, or perhaps a little sad when you needed someone's hand to go somewhere. But you are not alone. So many people have been where you are, and they have changed just by using exercises like these a little bit every day in the small space of their own homes. So today I want to extend an invitation to you. Choose one exercise, just one, and do it right after this video ends. Maybe it's the seated leg extension. Maybe it's the sit to stand. Whichever you choose, see it as your first step toward reclaiming your own 2 feet. Because what you do today will shape how you feel next month, next year. And the wonderful thing is, it is never too late to start. People like Richard, Elaine, Leo, or Miguel, they are no more special than you, except for one thing. They dared to give their bodies a chance to heal. What about you? Which exercise will you start with? Share what you learned today in the comments below. And if you are ready to try, type "I'm starting" so we can cheer each other on. Thank you for staying until the very end of the video. Your presence and your progress are what inspire me to keep making content like this. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it. To spread this hope to even more people. Have a day full of vitality, and may your steps be ever steady. I will see you in the next video.